Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode 43 of Castles to Cauldrons. I'm your host, Jason Davis. I'm here with Myka and Terri. Rachel is not with us. She is in Disneyland representing the agency for Earmark. We miss her tonight.
Yes.
She will actually be gone the next episode too because she will be on the Destiny. So you get us three for the next 2 weeks.
And then she can talk to us about those things.
Yeah, she'll come back and talk.
I'm excited about the Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going on it next year, so I'm like super excited to see what they think about it and everything like that. But what I'm really excited about is them going out to Disneyland and hopefully coming back and saying, "Hey, we're all going to Disneyland soon."
That would be fun. I
Yes.
do hope we have an agent training at Disney or at Disneyland. Like I really, really would love that. Is Destiny the
It's
one
really-
that's the heroes and villains theme?
It is. It has Spider-Man on the back of the ship. It has Black Panther in the atrium.
Don't they have like Hercules?
Hercules show.
Mm-hmm.
The Chinnerbog's going to be on the Aquamouse or whatever the ride is. So y'all know I love Satan Mountain, as Terry calls him.
Yeah, weird.
So there's a big group going, and it's going to be fun to hear all their. And we'll have as many of them as want to come on to talk about their experience and how it compares to like The Wish and the Treasure. So it's a sistership to those two. I mean, like I said, I'm excited. Today we're talking a lot about food and resorts and whatnot with Christmas. So here's a question I have for y'all. What is one treat that you are willing to wait 20, 30, 40 minutes in line to get while you're in Walt Disney World?
None. Wait, Dole Whip. I would wait for Dole Whip.
None. Nothing's good enough for this.
Hold on, Dole Whip. That's it.
The longest treat. A Dole Whip is good. Maybe a cinnamon bun from Gaston's. But I'm a cinnamon bun snob, so if I wait the 40 minutes and it's not ooey gooey and great, I'm going to be real mad.
Mhm.
And
You're going to wait another 40 minutes and Karen.
sometimes, I don't care, but sometimes, you get a good one. Sometimes they're not bad, but they're not as good.
Right. I'm not a huge, like, I have to have a snack, but I think it'd be a Mickey Premium bar.
Wait 40 minutes.
I'm changing
for
mine.
it.
Changing mine.
Okay.
For it to melt in like 30 seconds once you
And you
get
can also get them in the grocery store now.
Yeah, they're in my freezer right
Yeah.
now. So
the spring rolls at the cart
Mm,
at the beginning of Adventureland.
the cheeseburger spring rolls.
Either
the
one.
pepperoni ones.
You
are
just
very
want a
good.
spring roll.
They are amazing. I feel like it used to be a hidden gem. Now everyone kind of knows about them. But there's so many sweet snacks. And besides pretzels and popcorn, it's hard to find a savory snack.
Mhm.
And those hit every time. So probably the spring rolls.
I know I say Dole Whip, but I don't even know if I would wait that long. I love Dole Whip, and I'm really sad
Dole
on
Whip
our
float?
four.
You're complaining about my ice cream melting in 30 seconds, and that's going to melt faster because it doesn't have the chocolate shell.
That's why I get the Dole Whip float. Because
Oh,
it
you
melts
can't
into the
really-
thing. Now, if they would take some Malibu and pour it around there,
Animal Kingdom,
Can't do that in
Animal
the
Kingdom,
I might wait a little further.
Animal Kingdom. You,
know?
can get it spiked in Animal Kingdom.
And Epcot.
You can't. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
at Epcot. If that's at the refreshment port. You can do it at Epcot.
Yeah.
So,
I would probably wait 40 minutes in line for a coffee because I need that.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Joffrey's or Starbucks? The big battle.
It depends because I typically am a Starbucks person, but when I'm at Disney, I like the different cold brews from around the different areas. So when I'm at like Hollywood Studios, I usually get the Black Calf cold brew over in Galaxy's Edge. And then in Animal Kingdom in Africa, they have a really good cold brew that has like coconut cream and stuff in it. It's really yummy. Epcot just has a lot, like all the way around the World Showcase at different Joffrey carts. They'll have different versions of it. So usually when I'm at Disney, I'll go one of like the Joffrey's cold brews or one of their specialty like ice lattes over Starbucks because I can get Starbucks at home.
And you're going to wait 30 or 40 minutes in the line for Starbucks most of the time.
Yeah.
Especially on Main Street.
That's why I don't get it in. That's why, yeah, I don't know if
Get
I've
used to
really
mobile
gotten
ordering.
a coffee. Like if I do Starbucks, it's usually Hollywood Studios at Trolley Car Cafe during early entry because the line's not that long. I can usually just walk in and get it.
Midday after lunch.
Yeah, too.
It's not that long if you need a pick-me-up.
Mhm.
But you get so used to mobile ordering in real life
Yeah.
that you can't mobile order inside Disney World. And it's almost like,
I think that's why I do
Got a
Joffrey's
line,
because a lot of the
another line.
places you can mobile order your Joffrey's and you're just trying different like specialty ones
Yeah.
because like this time of year, I know we'll talk about it. They have a ton of specialty coffees like around Magic Kingdom and Epcot to kind of go with the Christmas season.
I'm not a coffee person, so I won't wait in line for any type of
I
coffee.
love coffee so much.
I'll wait in line for a Monster. let's jump into it. Grand Floridian, we've gotten the official opening for the lobby. They've been redoing that lobby all summer. When we were there in September, we really got to see the extent of what they were doing. What it was about a month ago, they put out all the carpet, the new carpet they have laid out.
I don't like the new carpet. I like the old
No.
better.
I love it.
Really? I don't.
I was just about to pull up a picture. Ew.
I think seeing it now with the dark wood of what the Perch, which is the lobby bar that's opening, that will now open, I think it helps out bring that tone down in the lobby since the lobby's so bright and white.
See, I love that with you can't really
I feel
see
like you're-
it, but it does have a
I feel like you're at
very.
grandma's house. I just don't love
It has
it.
I was going to say, it has
feel that way.
very Lily Pulitzer
Yes.
floral, bright colors, but like he said, with the white and like the atrium style skylights, and everyone's always joked that Grand Flow is grandma's house.
Right, insert
I mean,
picture,
it's
Jason, of new Grand Flow
Yeah.
lobby.
Yeah,
It's
that's more
a
work.
super nice, obviously, resort, but it's grandma's house. It's like you're afraid to sit on the furniture and you don't want to mess anything up because it's a fancy
Well,
house.
I just know this much. They need to get better water in Grand
Yeah,
Flow
it tasted
because
like swamp water. It was supposed to be fruit
But,
infused, but I
Florida.
just tasted swamp.
I think it looks overall okay.
Mhm.
Like, I'll enjoy going in there and sitting and getting a drink at the Perch, but I don't know. It doesn't make me want to stay there anymore, but it also doesn't want to make me stay there any less.
Mhm.
I know
But
we have
the
a lot of-
wallpaper is beautiful. I know that's not anything you care about.
Actually, I do like the wallpaper because I watched the video that Disney put out this week where they talked about how the birdcage got moved out, and the
Yeah.
Perch is supposed to be representative of the birdcage that Grand Flow had, but the birds are all over the wallpaper because they are free now from the birdcage. So it's that
Very-
little bit of story arc to it.
Delicate, feminine details. Like the grand staircase is really pretty. And I feel like that's a little more fancy. I don't know. I like it, but it is grandma's house. It's not your fun, let's party,
Yeah.
It's got old money style, old money feel, old money style.
So the big
Like
thing
Florida.
with it is what we've mentioned a few times, the Perch being the lobby bar. Now you have another stop, which we didn't do this on our trip, and we'll need to do it on a trip in the future, is the monorail crawl.
Mhm.
But now you have the Perch and you have the Enchanted Rose upstairs.
Mhm.
You have two bars to choose from, or do you make it where you hit both bars on the mono?
I mean, maybe both. I feel like the Perch would be easier because the other one's more of a
Yeah.
lounge, and if they don't have room, then you can't come in. In the lobby, you're just going to get a drink and then go sit down somewhere in the lobby, or just take it with you to walk around.
Right.
And the Enchanted Rose doesn't give bar crawl feels. Not that the
Grand
Perch really
Flow
does anyway, but
Yeah, I was going to say Grand Flow doesn't really give bar
the
crawl.
Enchanted Rose.
Some of the drinks they've announced, they've got two signatures: the Sunshine State Rum and the Floridian 75, and then they have a non-alcoholic option, which is blueberry and basil iced tea.
I don't
They
know
don't
about
tell us
putting
what all
like
those are.
herbs that you cook with basil into tea.
I don't know.
Basil was big in margaritas and mojitos.
I know.
Probably 5-10 years ago. It was kind of, and I was like you. I think of basil. I think of like spaghetti,
Yeah.
Italian food.
Hmm.
Those kind of, and I was like, I don't know if I want that in my
But
drink.
mint makes
sure it
sense
tastes
because
great.
mint goes with so many things. Like you can have sweet
Yeah.
with mint and stuff like that. But basil, I just think savory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not a drink, not a. It's a heavier.
Mhm.
I feel like kind of flavor.
Yeah.
But I could. What the? Would you say
The
the what 75? The take on the French 75. What is that one called again?
Floridian?
And how is that different than the French?
I don't know.
I looked it up the other
One's
day.
in
Hold on.
France and one's in Florida.
Because the French 75 is good.
It's probably the same thing, just with a slightly, maybe like an orange or something to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes sense
It's
if it's orange because of Florida.
as I said, that's what I think is gonna, because it's got the gin and the champagne in it, or prosecco. So I'm sure it's in lemon juice. So I'm sure it's orange juice, and I don't know if you put gin with orange juice. So maybe they put vodka with it.
I don't know.
I don't even
And
know what
I'm
this
trying to
drink
look it
is
up.
you're talking about.
I
Like, I've
don't
never
even.
heard
I
of
don't
it.
either.
A French 75. It's a very delicate cocktail.
Mm.
Like if
Terri-
you were gonna go
Terry's a
somewhere like
very
have one
delicate
drink and you
drinker.
didn't want to get drunk, but it comes in usually like a champagne flute, and it's prosecco or champagne, lemon juice, some simple syrup, gin. I'm not a big gin fan though, So
I feel like I
don't
just
drink
don't
them.
have a big, wide taste in these alcoholic drinks. I'm like, let me just get some like coconut rum and pineapple juice and I'm good.
I usually just walk up and say, "What do you think is the best thing?" And then, okay, I'll take
I'm
it.
too picky with alcohol. That's where I made the mistake at Beak and Barrel by getting the drink that was pretty, and it was terrible.
The thing was so strong.
Ugh,
It
so
was the
bad.
strongest thing.
So bad.
The Floridian 75 is forged gin, Florida citrus cordial, and lemon topped with brut champagne. So I guess I did keep the gin in there.
It said citrus.
Well, this whole thing with Grand Flow's lobby has taken away one of the prized possessions for Christmas, which is the gingerbread house. Because of all construction going on, usually we have seen the gingerbread house already in construction by this point. Usually opens around Veterans Day weekend, about the time they start filming for the Christmas parade itself. So they don't have time, since this is opening on the 10th, which is the day before Veterans, definitely don't have the time to be able to say, hey, let's put a gingerbread house in. It will be greatly missed. I'm excited to see what they do with the Christmas tree and how it fits in, because it does look like it's all cramped in there now.
Mm-hmm.
But they've announced where they're going to put a replacement gingerbread, I don't guess house, but display. And that's going to be over in Wilderness Lodge.
Which, didn't they already decorate really well over there anyway at Wilderness Lodge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wilderness Lodge is probably my all-time favorite Christmas resort.
If I was going to go and stay somewhere that's going to be decorated for Christmas, I would choose Wilderness Lodge as my spot.
Yeah, it has that, the smell. It smells like Christmas just because of all the hardwoods that it has in there. And then you bring in Christmas actual decorations. It feels like Christmas. It feels like Grandma's house in a good way, like a good
like
country.
The cozy Grandma's house, not the
Not Grand Floridian.
snobby Grandma's house.
Not the plastic over the couch.
Your fun grandma, not your fancy grandma.
Right.
So I'm excited to see what they do for the gingerbread house here. Like I said, the tree in that one's one to watch go up. They have, I think, reindeer over the entrance to the lobby that are lit up. It's beautiful.
I'm really sad last year when we were there at this time that we did not go over to Wilderness Lodge. It's just the time we had. Like, we were at Grand Floridian because we had breakfast at 1900 Park Fair, and we were there because we wanted to see the gingerbread house. And I'm very happy we were able to see it because it was really cool to see this big thing that they built out of gingerbread and that they're selling gingerbread snacks out of that you can go around and get in line on the other side and get the little snacks.
That's what I was thinking. Grand Flow, because what did you say? They're putting up a gingerbread.
They're not doing anything in
Something?
Grand Flow.
Oh, they're not. Well, I mean, I think because one of our restaurants we have here in Raleigh, is super nice. One of the reasons that we love going there at Christmas so much is that they have homemade just gingerbread cookies, like an old-fashioned recipe, and they're soft and they're like, you can tell where they're hand bagged individually, or you can buy them by like the box, but they're so good. Like, we will book our reservation for next Christmas this Christmas because you can do it 64 days out. And we go every Christmas, and that's one of our, I mean, how much does a gingerbread cookie cost? Like 80 cents?
Right.
But everyone loves them and everyone clamors for them. And they have like the cinnamon sugar topping. So, but Grand Flow would do something like that. Like, so they can't have their display, but if they had like complimentary gingerbread cookies, like how good?
No, it's
would that
Disney.
be?
Let's be real. There's no
for it.
compliment.
It'll be a $7 cookie.
$7. You'd be lucky. I think it's going to be more like 15.
Probably.
But they're usually really nice. You can buy like a tile, quote unquote, that they use for the roof, or like an ornament or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they still sell the gingerbread stuff in one of the stores in Grand Flow, just out of tradition of it being there. But I don't, we're, like I said, we're not having the house this year. And they announced that at the very beginning of the year. So when people started booking trips, they knew that that wasn't going to be an option.
We've known about it not being there since almost the beginning of the year. Like, it was pretty much when they were
feels like
taking
a very
it
long
down.
time.
We had the stuff saying that it wasn't going to be back because of the construction.
And I do appreciate them letting people know a year out, because people do plan their trips so far out, and a lot of these things that some people might see as little or minute, is a determinant on whether you want to stay somewhere or not. Like if Wilderness Lodge doesn't put up their big tree one year because they're doing renovation, that might send someone to another resort to see what they have for Christmas. Because it's like, well, if they don't have a tree, then let's go somewhere else and experience the Christmas spirit. So I really do appreciate Disney letting us know.
Yeah.
that. There are gingerbread places, gingerbread houses or carousels or hotels and other resorts that you can go visit, but this one didn't have it this year.
So today we're just going to sit here on a Christmas topic. We're going to sit and this is going to be more for the last minute planners. And
Or
going
if you've already planned and you don't know
Yeah.
about the stuff.
We have information for all the holiday parties that they're going to have food wise and what to expect there. But really, we want to just talk about our experiences with what hotels are good for Christmas. You know, what do you need to do? If you're not staying at one of these hotels that really outdoes themselves, what do you need to do to go see these type of things? So we'll start off just by letting you know where these gingerbread attractions are or displays. Like I said, Wilderness Lodge is one. But then you have the Contemporary. It's usually a castle on the same. It's right behind Fantasia shop on that level with Chef Mickey's and all that. Usually the same. It's been Elsa and the Frozen characters for the past 3 or 4 years. I really wish they would change it up a little bit more often, but I get it. It's there. They're popular people. Beach Club has a carousel made of gingerbread.
That's my favorite.
It is so great because it's an actual working carousel too. The things over there turning around as
it moves. It has horses on it, that you see on the carousel.
Yeah.
They're not gingerbread.
No, they
And
are.
everything else is. Are they?
Yes, everything on that thing is made.
Shut up. They were so glossy. I thought they were like for real horses off a carousel.
They might not be gingerbread. Let me say that. They are edible. So it might be chocolate or something like that. But
That is gorgeous.
It's why did that pop up? When you look at like the gingerbread house though from Grand Floridian, like it's beautiful and huge. I'm really sad it's not there.
But that's what makes like Beach Club nice, is because Beach Club's lobby is so small that when you walk in, you kind of have to get your way in to see the carousel. You know, the Grand Flow and even Contemporary, their gingerbread displays are large and in the back of an area, so you can see them from a distance without having to walk up to it. Now they still get crowded. That makes me, like I said, really see what Wilderness Lodge is going to do, if it's going to be like a 2-dimensional thing like Contemporary does, or if it's going to be more of a 3-dimensional like Grand Flow did and Beach Club did.
You were designing one for Wilderness Lodge on theme, like Animal Kingdom does the gingerbread animals, instead of doing like a gingerbread house, since it's African
We'll
based.
do like a log cabin.
You could do a log cabin.
I was gonna say
'cause it's
Brother
based on
Bear. I
theme.
was gonna say the movie Brother Bear. They could do something with that.
Because the cruise lines do it too. The cruise lines put up a gingerbread house in their lobbies. I don't know if all of them do it. I know a few of them do, but that's cool.
Yeah.
So I think if you could put something like that there, it'd be nice.
Or like she said, something like a campfire, kind of with like a tent, maybe, and things. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think about the house. Like if we want to.
I like the log cabin.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that would fit really well, and it would the color of the gingerbread would make sense for a log cabin.
Right.
Be easy.
Yeah.
I will say, out of all these that we're talking about, Wilderness, it was probably the one I would stay at first and foremost for a vacation. The one out of these I would not want to stay at was Contemporary.
Yeah.
Just because with Polynesian, I know we haven't talked about Poly, the Christmas tree is in the lobby. Grand Floridian, the Christmas tree is in the lobby. A Wilderness Lodge is the same thing. Contemporary, it's outside because there's nowhere to put this massive Christmas tree. Everything's decorated nice on the inside, but doesn't feel like Christmas as much as the other resorts do. So I would say Contemporary would probably be where I would shy away from.
Contemporary always feels like that resort that's a little bit too cool for school. They always have like a snootier air about it. And I mean, like you said, logistically, you could not put a large tree probably in there.
Yeah,
Think about what
in front of Chef Mickey's where the monorail comes through. It's really tall, floor to ceiling there. But it always feels like it's trying to be a little bit different. Like the kids are too cool for school.
Contemporary.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be modern looking and this feels so.
It's not modern looking anymore.
Not anymore.
I'll agree with that. It's still one of my favorite resorts. I just don't.
It smells great inside of there.
You can't beat the location.
No.
Working our way down when it comes to hotels, at least for moderate, personally, I think French Quarter does the best when it comes to the decorations.
It's just pretty anyway.
It is, and it's small. So like my very first trip, I think I've said it on here, was going to French Quarter with Bethany, and we stayed at Christmas. You walked in and you felt Christmas every time you walked through that lobby. So I have not seen the other moderates at Christmas, so I don't know what it feels like.
Well, as someone who stayed at Coronado Springs, the only time I've ever been there for Christmas, if you want Christmas spirit, do not go there.
I was going to say, when we were there last year, when we were at Disney last year, we stayed at All Star Sports. And I don't remember what we...
Yeah. We had to book Coronado because we booked like in October and we left in November. And it was, I don't even know if there's Christmas decoration in that place. But I always tell people, if you want to go to Disney World and not feel like you're in Disney World all the time, stay there because it's a great resort.
Well,
great food,
they do
everything like that.
conferences, right? Isn't that one of the conference ones? Yeah.
Definitely tell it's geared for a professional, like a adult crowd, not your Disney.
Going down the line a little bit more with value resorts. I've stayed at the All Stars and I've stayed at Pop Century and I've stayed, I think, at Art of Animation for Christmas. I really think, and this is just me saying as a fan, not as a travel agent, those are probably the worst to stay at for Christmas because it really does feel like they said, okay, where's the cheap tree? Let's throw it up. And that's about all we're going to do. Yeah, there's some decoration in the lobby. There's some nice stuff around. You get the merch in the gift shops. But it's like they do the most minimal thing. And it's because you're at the value resort. They're like, but we're celebrating, but we're not celebrating too much.
And that's one of the things that gets on my nerves about Disney and about the value resorts. Because, I don't know, you think about it, and people that generally, I guess, stay in like the deluxe resorts probably have more options available to go to Disney as many times as they want to and have probably been there a lot. But sometimes the value resorts are where people go where it's like their once in a lifetime trip or their once in 15 years trip, you know, and that's, they stayed in value because.
Well, they'd rather spend their money on experiences versus where they're staying.
Yeah. And you're kind of, so you're plying your people who can come there multiple times a year and stay in your luxury, and they're almost immune to it. I feel like sometimes where there's a lot of kids and stuff, obviously in the value resorts, a little more, I guess, younger feel because they are what they are. And I feel like that's almost where you need to go overboard. Like, I mean, not with like tacky Christmas decorations, but that's where you get with like the big egg bulb lights and like you said, the oversized tree, especially in like Pop where like everything's oversized outside in front of the rooms, you know? I mean, that's where you can like have fun Christmas, not grandma's Christmas.
I really think like, I agree. I think go big, go home type thing for value.
Yeah, you're Disney. You get billions of dollars.
You don't have to do the gingerbread stuff there, right?
Yeah.
That can be a deluxe thing because that needs to be inside and there's only room in those lobbies to do that. But do something huge for these value resorts that are just like jaw dropping.
Yeah. Can you imagine like going to like Pop or All Star where, you know, like in Toy Story where everything like is your toy size, everything's Andy's size. So do you imagine if they have like a string of like the egg type blocks, but they're like 3 feet tall?
Right.
So it looks like you're a toy and they're huge. And like to a kid that's like our kid's sizes, they could stand beside them and they would be live and they would think that's the coolest thing. They would love that so much more than a 35-foot tree that's decorated.
I feel like even
you know,
All-Star
delicate
Sports,
little ornaments.
like they could do ornaments on wreaths and on the tree. That's the different like balls from those sports.
Yeah.
Like you could have tennis balls and soccer balls and those could be the ornaments. Yeah.
It's literally around. It's so easy.
Like Terri said, you have all these oversized icons on the buildings and whatnot. So like at Pop, let's say you have Baloo, you have Lady and the Tramp, you have all those. You could put stuff on them. You can make them dress like they are in.
They could wear a scarf
season.
in the hat, you know, different things like that.
Same thing at like Art of Animation. Like you have that big Ursula. Like what if you, like you said, what if you put like a scarf around her and like lit up her tentacles or like drape lights? Like I said, just minimal effort, I feel like would have a lasting effect.
So before we get into the parks, we'll also mention this too before I move on. The campgrounds. A lot of people look over the campgrounds as a place to stay, and I understand why. But Halloween and Christmas, you do not want to overlook those because that fan base that stays at the campgrounds, they go above and beyond. And if you're looking for something to see Halloween-wise or Christmas-wise, that's a sight to see.
I know. Stay at one of the cabins, get a golf cart, and drive around.
Yeah, because they're going to do better in campgrounds than a lot of the people in your hometown do for their own homes, and it just adds so much.
And they have the golf cart parades where they'll like decorate the golf carts and do that.
They have to close down the campgrounds to non-guests a couple of days for Halloween and Christmas just because of so many people coming in to see this stuff. So that's, take advantage of that. Go take a boat over from Magic Kingdom and just walk around at night and see what there is to offer in some of those loops.
It's a great off day if you don't maybe want to lay around your resort or do that. Just monorail hop and get the deluxe and grab a drink at one of those, and then you can take the buses to all the other resorts and just walk around. And you may not hit all of them up, but make a list of the ones you want to see the most, and just because there's so many different restaurants and desserts or these little snacks that you can only get at certain boardwalk or something like that, beach club, that take a day and just don't book any reservations for meals and walk around and just get full off treats.
Yeah, you can book a reservation for lunch over at Grand Flow, let's say, and then work your way around all those resorts and see what it is, and just keep snacking the rest of the afternoon.
And if you miss the bus, you just get the next one because you're not on any kind of timetable.
Or take the bus to Disney Springs, because Disney Springs does a lot of stuff for Christmas too.
When I was there last year, I was there on the very first day of the Christmas tree stroll, and your Magic Band Plus would interact with some of the trees, and they would make music and light up and do it, and they give you this map and you put your stickers on it, and then the prize was just like a pin like that said like Christmas tree stroll 2024. But I walked around all of Disney Springs. It was 85 degrees that day, so I was sweating. But that was actually really fun because we were at Disney Springs 2 days before that, and there were 0 Christmas decorations. And then 2 days later, the place was just decked out in Christmas stuff.
So I think when they originally started the Christmas tree stroll, I absolutely thought it was just a stupid idea, and who's going to do it? Because it was back then, it was over there in Marketplace, behind Earl of Sandwich and all that. I think it's where the Uber drop off is now. And it was on an actual trail. So you would walk through all these decorated Christmas trees, and Santa was in the middle of it all. So you could get your picture with Santa, and it was snowing, and it was the most magical thing you could do outside the park. And I loved it. And we went back the next year. And then I think the following years when they said, it was COVID year, the first year after COVID, they said, we're going to make this a stroll instead. And they're going to be Christmas trees all over Disney Springs, and I lost it because I liked being able to walk through the Christmas trees instead of having to go find them.
It was fun to see the different themes of each one. Like you walk up to it and you're like, this is the Moana tree. This is the Mickey and Friends tree. This is the Disney Cruise Line tree. Like it's really cool.
Haunted Mansion one.
Yeah, like they do such a good job, and like they're obvious to what it is, but not necessarily over the top, because like Haunted Mansion was more of like the blacks and purples and like what the wallpaper looks like those types of things. I loved it. I did it by myself. Like Robert and Kova were swimming. My mom and aunt just wanted like a chill day, and I was like, I want to do something. So I went to Disney Springs and did the Christmas tree stroll by myself.
Here is my plea to Walt Disney World. Take the Osborne lights that I know you don't have anymore, that they've sold that off to Silver Dollar. Bring back an iteration of that and put it in Disney Springs.
Well, they could do something.
You could easily do something. And I understand you have contracts with these businesses that say they have to have lights on for the signs for so many things. Just tell them, hey, if we put Osborne lights down here or a dancing light show through Disney Springs, your sign won't be needed, because there'll be so many people coming down here to watch.
People are coming.
That you'll just, here's money. You're just handing money to them, because my wife loves Mac, and she'll go in there and shop the Mac store, but maybe we'll go into, I don't know, Anthropology, because we're right there, because we don't usually go into that store.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just put some type of lights down there and make it good, because Osborne Lights was one of my favorite things. I went the last year of Osborne Lights 3 times just to see that show. And now you don't have it because we got Galaxy's Edge. So that's my plea. Disney, put it in Disney Springs. Let us have it back in some form. You don't have to have the big angels, turntables, anything like that. Just dancing lights.
They definitely could do more. Like during the day, you have the Christmas tree stroll, and then at night they have like these lights. Like the Christmas trees can light up and stuff too and go with it, but they definitely have enough real estate there to do something.
You could put a drone show too.
I mean, they did over the summer. Was it the summer, or when was that they did it?
They did one for Christmas one year.
And last year they had the drone show that, what was it for last year? Was it Christmas?
It
wasn't Christmas.
It was just during the summer. I can't remember the name of it.
I can't remember exactly what it was for.
But me and Allison, our families watched it.
Because I thought they were going to maybe integrate that to something
so was it over 4th of July then?
Continue to do.
Yes.
Okay. I think it ended
like
in
September.
September.
Like
Yeah,
August,
and we were going in November, and I was really sad that I was going to miss it because I just thought that was really cool.
and it was. But I think Disney Springs could really do something a lot more to bring Christmas into it.
Mm-hmm. And if they did a Christmas drone show along with the lights, then just like they did with the drone show from last year, they were selling the dining packages that way too. Like you can sit and eat at, what was it, Summer House on the Lake or whatever, and then you had a good spot to sit out by the water during that time, and you weren't fighting for a spot. Like you're like, okay, here's a good spot. Or the boathouse or wherever they were that you could get those good seats.
I would even argue you could do it something over Crescent Lake in between Boardwalk and Beach Club, Yacht Club. Because that's over the water still. Yeah, you have the boats moving back and forth, but it would still work out real well. All right, well, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and talk about food for Christmas.
Food. Are you dreaming of your next adventure but overwhelmed by planning? Magical Travel has you covered. With over 22 years in the business, we specialize in Disney destinations, Universal Studios, cruise vacations, and all-inclusive resort getaways. Our services are 100% complimentary when you book a vacation package with one of our knowledgeable agents. Request a free quote to start the planning process at magicaltravel.com. Mention our podcast to be connected with one of our agents you're listening to if you like what you hear.
And we're back. Let's talk some food and theme park since we spent some time in resorts. Let's go with the boring park first, since it doesn't really do much for Christmas. Just to give your expectations there. Animal Kingdom.
They have
really
the
boring
marionette things, those little animals, and I love them.
Little puppets. They are great. What is it? The Magical Menagerie or something like that?
Menagerie.
I love them so much.
They're amazing. They're beautiful. They're fun. The cast members that are part of that are great. But that's really the only thing that they have going for them at Christmas. The decorations are there and they're themed, but it's just, don't go in there expecting to see giraffes with a wreath around their neck.
I was like, you can't do much of the animals. You got to stay true to their environment.
I don't know. I love Animal Kingdom all the time. So
yeah, we know. There's always that one person that's wrong. For this subject, it's you.
That's fine.
Most
I
of
don't
the time
mind
it's
being
me.
wrong. I actually mind a lot, but it's fine.
I'm going to pretend it doesn't bother me at all, but it really, really does.
Don't ask my husband.
The next one would be Hollywood Studios. They have the Jollywood Nights party that is it's still a good party, mainly because they have Kermit and Miss Piggy doing a show, but it's still like trying to find its footing. We're trying to go this year again, just to kind of see how it's grown and what they're doing to offer it. I think it can be really good. They're going to bring out a lot of the old, harder to find characters.
They're trying to pull people in to it more.
Yeah, and it's working, I think. Bing Bong, they're bringing Bing Bong over to the East Coast finally, so you can get a picture with him there. So I expect that to be like a 4-hour wait
Hollywood
to get a picture
Studios
with him.
with more Pixar.
Yeah, I know. It's like we just talked about that.
Pixar plays.
Terri's in a very singing mood tonight.
It's that pumpkin cheesecake.
It's the hat and the cheesecake for dinner.
But other than that, like I like the Hollywood Studios aesthetic for Christmas because it's that old grandma's house is coming up for everything tonight.
It's definitely more retro. I would say like Grand Flow is like old lady, but this is more like retro from like 50s, 60s.
Yes, but that's what your grandma
Christmas is nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's why it keeps going up.
But
like a comforting
like right. It's the 50s, 60s era for Hollywood. They're bringing that over, and it has that the tinsel stars going down Sunset Boulevard that you see in like Old Town USA.
Like your grandma that let you put like multicolor lights.
She
on
let
the
you
tree.
string popcorn to put it on her tree.
And silver tinsel. Not the grandma that made you do white lights.
Construction paper chains. Yeah, the chains, and you put it on the tree. Like that's what it reminds me of. Yeah,
and it's great. I love how it is. Like it's perfect. And I think when they made that switch over to that's what Hollywood Studios is for Christmas, it works because it's the Santa Claus with the ready little rosy cheeks.
Like the Coca-Cola Santa Claus, like that one.
Yeah. Fun fact: did you know that before Coca-Cola Santa Claus, they always dressed Santa Claus in like green or something like that?
I'd heard that before. And
that when Coke was trying to be more establishment for the holidays, they put Santa in their colors of red and white. That is why Santa is now red and white.
Marketing.
Yep. So now you think of Coca-Cola every time you think of.
I think of the polar bears more now.
Yeah, the polar bears I think of in wintertime.
Which you can still get your picture with the polar bear at Disney Springs if you want to. Also at Studios, they have the Tower of Terror projection show, and it snows, which those projection shows kind of rotate through. You have the Frozen one with Olaf, Swedish Chef is one. There's a Mickey and Minnie one. I think there's a Toy Story one.
And it's also the only park you can go into without a party and get snoped on.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's fun. Like they're doing as much as they can with that park, even on non-party nights. So that Tower of Terror is always going to happen every 15 minutes, even on a non-party night. And I just go down and watch because it's great. They do the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, I think, but that's only for the Jollywood parties.
Mm-hmm.
And Gertie gets the Santa Claus hat.
Yes.
She
can't
already
forget
has her
Gertie.
Santa hat on.
Yeah.
Like, what,
But-
2 days ago? Like on November 4th, I think she had it on.
It was very soon after Halloween.
Mhm.
After that, let's go to Epcot because it's big, but I don't think it's the biggest thing. Obviously, the Very Merry Christmas Party is the biggest thing Disney does for Christmas. But the International
Festival of
Festival
the
of
Holidays.
Holiday, which is the second best festival to me.
I want to go to it so bad. Like, I love Christmas. Like, it's my favorite holiday. And the fact that you can go around World Showcase and see how they celebrate Christmas in the different countries, like, I just want to do that so bad.
And told by their Santa Claus, their version of Santa
Right.
Claus.
Mm-hmm.
St. Pierre, all those guys are sitting around, and you get to hear story time with Santa, and it's great.
Fun fact, when Levi was in first grade, his teacher took that idea and took it to her classroom, and they made a passport,
Oh,
like
cool.
starting in October or in November sometime, and they learned about each country and their Christmas traditions and got their passports stamped all the way up till Christmas, and like America was last with like all the tradition, and then they had their Christmas party.
Yeah.
But she like had like traditional treats from different ones and everything. And she said she got the idea from the Epcot, going around the world celebrating Christmas.
Which I don't think it formally became a festival until like just a few years ago, like pre-COVID. I think they've always had the storytellers out, but it wasn't like a festival of the holidays type thing. It was just added to what they had already.
Mhm.
But I think they have a lot of Christmas decorations. They try to decorate, like in Germany, they decorate with pickles because evidently that's something they do out there is a Christmas tree full of pickles.
Do you have to find the pickle on your Christmas tree?
I don't.
Yeah, the tradition. You have the
I know
pickle
the
on a Christmas
tradition.
tree.
I've heard
It's
of
an
it,
ornament.
but I've never done it.
Yeah.
And the person who finds it wins something, and then next year they get to hide the
It
pickle
was
on the
kind of
tree.
like
and somebody else.
for Mardi Gras when you find the baby in the king cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This is also where you have the kind of like processional, which is my favorite thing to do.
Mhm. Again, something that's on my list. I want to do Festival of the Holidays, and I want to do candlelight processional so much.
Like we talked about we didn't mention everybody that's going to be there, but they always bring in some top tier celebrities to do this. And then the dining that's available to get good seats.
Mhm.
It's a great little place to go to. And whether you're religious or not, obviously the candlelight processional is very much based on the story of the birth of Jesus and how that happens. With hymns, I would say go and watch because those usually it's church choirs, they're school
They're
choirs.
so good.
Yeah, they've worked on this for months to come down here and be part of the show, and they're so talented.
Do you know who I want to see do it that I don't remember seeing on the list this year? Maybe he was.
John Stamos.
No. Neil Patrick Harris. I feel like he would be one of the best hosts for it. Like, I've seen his clips and stuff, and he just seems like he does a really good job.
When they did the Disney Parks Live a few years ago, he was the one they did, and it was great. I have an audio recording of it on my phone so I can listen to it whenever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just like kind of embodies that type thing, and it seems like he takes it really, really serious, and I don't know, his personality just seems really great for it too, and how he can kind of go in and do it.
And I think that's what makes that show great is that you have somebody, let's just say like Jim Caviezel, he did it a few years ago, and if you don't know who he is, he played Jesus in the Passion of the Christ. He took it seriously because of his beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have somebody like John Stamos, like Neil Patrick or Josh Gad, which I don't know if they're religious at all. I'm just making the assumption that they're not as religious, but they have such a devout love for Disney that
And they're showmen. Like, they're good, charismatic
And
people that, as long as they're passionate about something, when they get up there, it's, like you said, it's engaging and you become passionate.
And I feel like the actress that plays Moana, I can't ever get her name right.
I'm not even going to try.
But she sang with the choirs and stuff too, and she has such a beautiful singing voice. Like, she has a great narrating voice, like being the voice of Moana. Like, she's good at that type of stuff. And again, I don't know if she's religious or not, but what the clips and stuff I saw from her were also really good.
and we're not going to beat this into the ground. I think everybody needs to see it just because of what it is.
Mhm.
And just go at night when everything's like the sun's really gone down and enjoy the show. Time to sit down, reflect on what the season is for you as a family, not necessarily what one group of people reflect on it as a religion. So
however you support and celebrate Christmas, you can make it your own.
Think of this as an art more so as a church service, because it's not a church service. I think that's it for Epcot. They did have, back in the day, they had lights that dance to. That's a big thing for this. When you used to want that bridge in between from Future World and World Showcase, there were some arches and they all danced with lights. So you could bring those back too. Those are probably sitting in your storage somewhere. Just rewire them to be LEDs and make them real pretty. Just bring us back dancing lights. That's all I'm asking. Yeah. So finally, we have the pinnacle, which is the Very Merry Christmas Party.
So many treats.
Yes. We didn't go into the food for Epcot because there is so much food.
From all around the world.
Yeah. And it's usually how Epcot does it is it's more of their traditional foods for the holidays. So they don't change so much. It's usually the same stuff. They bring some new drinks in or anything like that. But when it comes to Magic Kingdom, they change up the food every year for the party. I will say the biggest downfall for me has been that Magic Kingdom dresses Main Street up and the castle.
Yeah.
And once you get past that, it's like very little decoration outside. Yeah. They have gotten better with like the Tomorrowland Speedway, being able to light that up for the party. Space Mountain gets lit up. The Jingle Cruise gets an overlay. But after that, it's kind of like there's not holiday in Magic Kingdom outside of that.
Yeah. I am kind of sad that some of the stuff you can only get during the Christmas party, because I feel like a lot of the other parks, they have their holiday stuff and it's not specific to something. I understand you want to have special things for the party, but I feel like they have a lot that is party specific that they really could kind of have during the day. Some, but not all. Just like I'm looking at like the Plaza restaurant, that holiday beef pot roast actually looks really good. But you can only get it during the party. And who's going to go sit down at the Plaza to eat during the party? Like, that's precious party time.
And we talked about during the Halloween stuff was like, they had some really good food in Be Our Guest and Skipper Canteen and stuff like that. But who wants to sit down when you've paid this much money for a few hours at a party?
Yeah.
Do you know what doesn't sound good? Holiday pot roast mini corn dogs.
I guess that's where our corn dogs went from HHN this year.
Maybe. They also have holiday pot roast just hot dog, and this is at Casey's Corner, and I just don't know why you want to add a pot roast on top of a hot dog.
I don't know. I'm not, we've all talked about it. I'm not the best when it comes to eating good food.
It's okay. You just like that gross eggnog.
Yeah. Of all things.
It's like you're drinking snot.
Don't be jealous that I actually like something good.
It's disgusting.
I don't know about that.
But you do get free eggnog.
You do, and it's not good.
Yes.
And it's not good.
It's like the other eggnogs. Terrible.
Ooh, at Golden Oak Outpost, the Yuletide chicken strips actually sound good. It's chicken strips with a sage butter and cranberry barbecue sauce.
That sounds good.
With glazed sweet potato fries. That does sound really good.
I mean, it's really hard to mess up chicken tenders, I feel like.
I did have, I don't know if I told y'all, but I had the chicken tenders that we talked about at HHN.
You did not tell us that.
Garlic Parmesan chicken tenders?
Yeah.
The only thing we wanted.
Those were actually pretty good, yeah. I grabbed some. This was after y'all left, so this wasn't this past trip. This was, the trip we all went on. But that night I went in and got some of those and sat in the scare zone with the chainsaws and ate and watched people get scared. And they were good.
That sounds delicious. I do like this drink at the Aloha aisle. Santa Surf Shack Float.
Is that the orange one? Yes.
Yeah. Minute Maid passion fruit orange guava juice.
Pog juice.
Coconut soft. Huh?
Pog juice.
Yeah. Coconut soft serve with a spiced spiced pineapple tree pop. I don't know where animal came from, but yeah, that looks really good.
Fruit, so that would be hard for me.
I love passion fruit and guava.
It does sound good. The pomegranate one sounds good too.
You know what? I'm surprised to see nothing on, and I might not have I'm passing through stuff. There's nothing special for Beacon Barrel. I figured they would have put at least something in there.
I'm looking. I don't
see it. I mean this in the best way. As strict as they were about everything, I don't know if they would deviate from the menu, or maybe since it's still in well,
at least like
the first 6 months of opening.
They can have a drink.
And I don't see that.
No.
The one thing that sticks out to me that looks absolutely I think presentation wise, when you go and buy it, will look like poo, is the reindeer sundae.
Where's that at?
Storybook Treats.
Okay.
It's a chocolate soft serve topped with caramel sauce, pretzels, chocolate, and peanut butter dusted rice cereal, and a reindeer chocolate piece. It looks like the Christmas decorated poop emoji.
It does. I just found it,
Yeah.
and yep, it has like puppy chow on it. The Chex Mix
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine on that 89-degree night for a Christmas party, which there will be one at some point, getting that and it starts melting and
Ooh,
it does
Did
not.
you see the snow
It-
cheese chicken strips down below? I mean, you can keep the kimchi aioli. Ew. But it's
Yeah.
dusted with a sweet and savory white cheddar powder on those chicken strips.
That sounds good. I would eat the aioli too.
I don't like
A
kimchi.
holiday turkey burger. That's at the Cosmic
Why
Red.
am I always excited for chicken strips? Like the flavors of
Yeah,
chicken
I'm
Hard to
just-
mess up a good chicken strip.
Astrofizz, we didn't talk about it, but Astrofizz just opened up in Magic Kingdom. This is the old spaceship that is in Tomorrowland. They demolished that little place and they have renamed it to Astrofizz.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a cherry white chocolate slushy.
It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I would try it.
Yeah.
Fanta cherry served with the crackable white chocolate coated cup.
It's cool. Like you can squeeze it and it
Yeah.
cracks.
Yeah.
So I would have fun with
I
that.
would try
The
the
big thing is-
cherry cold brew. That's also over in Tomorrowland at Anti-Gravities.
Saw that. That looked
I would
good.
not.
When I was in Vegas, they had a vending machine that gave you a chocolate chip cookie cup and then it would pour milk into it. And then it dispensed it out and you would like drink some milk
then
and
bite
eat
your
some cookie
cookie.
and drink some milk. It was so good.
Now they just need to do that like a giant Oreo.
Yeah. I mean, it was like
Oh.
$17. Wasn't worth it at all. But I mean, it was good. Like it was a novelty, but that's what that made me think of is you can eat the cup.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of novelty, the popcorn bucket for this year is one that my mother-in-law will probably die to have. But it's Mickey and Goofy in the now infamous red truck that everybody's doing for the farmhouse Christmases down south.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then that's what she decorates with every year.
Red trucks.
So
Red truck with
I'll
the
probably end
Christmas tree in the bed.
we'll probably end up picking one of those up. I hope she doesn't listen to this. She doesn't. But that'll probably be part of her Christmas present this year.
And we want her to listen to this, even if it
Agreed.
spoils her Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You know your present.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Did we go
the-
over the treats at like the other places like Disney Springs and stuff?
I don't think
No,
so.
we didn't because they have a lot too.
There's a lot.
But at the end of the day, you're not paying to go into Disney Springs to eat like festival food like you are. I think talking to y'all about this stuff, yeah, Disney Springs is an important part of your vacation, but you want to get your money's worth out of what you're doing at the parties.
The parks.
Yeah, since you're spending your money to go in the parks and you're going to spend even more money to eat at Be Our Guest and have a lamb chop cassoulet.
Mhm.
I don't know what that is. Lamb sausage and white bean stew. That looks absolutely just gross.
Oh.
But it looks like, do they have creme brulee? Nope, that's a baked brie and caramelized apple tart.
That could be good.
I just found that 4-cheese like gnocchi, and that does look really good.
That does look good, doesn't it? Wasn't
So here-
brie on the pizza in Universal
Yeah.
that no one that I ended up taking all the leftovers because it was delicious. That was so good.
I do not know who's booking Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table for the middle of the parties.
Some of the food does
think-
look really good, but
It looks
again,
great.
it's only during the party, and you just have that certain window of time of the
I
party.
wish they wouldn't do that.
Right.
And you're paying a premium for those on
Yeah.
top of the premium you're paying to be in
When
that.
you have good
party.
options at other places, like, Pecos Bills and Liberty Tree, like I know that's sit down too, but it's not as expensive, and I feel like you can get in and out
Right.
of there a lot faster.
It would be different if the party tickets weren't so much,
Mhm.
but they're already so expensive. And then, like you said, you're going to pay a premium price at a premium restaurant and miss the party
Yeah.
that you've already paid another premium price for. It just seems
I just
I
literally
agree.
talked my cousins out of using 2 table service credits at Cinderella's Royal Table. I was like, there's so many, like you could go other places to see these princesses and only use 1 table service credit
Yeah.
for breakfast versus there. Like I understand it's the castle. They're now not even eating in Magic Kingdom that day. They're actually going to California Grill.
well, we all know that Magic Kingdom low-key has the worst table service restaurants.
I would say the Cinderella Royal Table is actually pretty good, but I wouldn't like if I'm there for a regular park day, I would do that. I would
Yeah.
book it. But if I'm there for a party, very much not doing that.
And if it's your, if it's not a must do on your list, like Myka said, you can see the princesses other places without,
You can go have the
doing
breakfast
the
at
2
Epcot
credit.
in Germany at Ackerschur's and see the princesses.
Here's even a little life hack, theme park hack. When you go to the Fairy Tale Princess Hall, the princesses are there with their princes during the party.
During the party. Yes, they are.
So if you're going to eat at Cinderella's royal table, you're just seeing Snow White, Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
I think Merida's up there right now.
Merida's up there, yeah.
If you go into the royal hall, you get to see Prince Charming and Cinderella.
We saw Rapunzel and Flynn Rider.
Rapunzel's my favorite.
Yeah.
So
she was
why
so fun.
spend the money to see just half of the couple when you can just go eat Friar's Nook,
Right.
Pinocchio's Villa's house, and go in there and actually see the couple?
You want the food that you can have on the go as you're walking around and trick-or-treating or standing in
Yes.
line. Because I have
Or
to
waiting
say,
for the
though,
parade.
Rapunzel and Flynn Rider were the best character experience we had because they had these, like, little, I don't remember what they were, like little frogs or something, and they were hiding them around the room, like, while we were
Lizards?
waiting. Huh?
Like lizards?
Pascal's.
Pascal,
They were not
yeah.
Pascal, though. They were hiding these little things around the room and then, like, going over to Cinderella and Prince Charming, like, can you find our thing? Like, they were, like, literally having, like, little jokes. And while we were waiting our turn to see Cinderella and Prince Charming because they couldn't let the next people in with us. But they had, like, the best, like, most playful, fun interaction. And I do have to say, Prince Charming is not my favorite prince, but he literally, like, got down on his knee with my aunt in her wheelchair and was, like, holding her hand and, like, fawning all over her. And it was so
Aw.
sweet.
He lived up to his
He
name.
did. It was so sweet. And my aunt was just
Charming.
like in love.
And you got to think too. So I know I'm bashing Royal Table a lot right now, but that's a love and hug. You know, those princesses
Yeah.
are coming up to you, signing your autograph book, getting your picture. Hey, I hope you're having a great day, and going on to the next table.
They have time limits. They have to get
Right.
around that room in a certain amount of time.
And while it's still the same for the meet and greets in the park, if you're in that room and it's taking a little bit longer, you get that extra time with some of those princesses and princes because they're actually they have to entertain you at that point because there's
And there's a
somebody
little
else.
more interaction with them.
Oh yeah.
Like she said, like you can get a little more play with them than
When,
just the.
like at the Christmas party. And I feel like sometimes because the Christmas party isn't as busy as other things, the characters have a little bit more time with you. So
Mhm.
we actually were the last people in line to see Ariel, like in her blue dress. Like she was out near her like grotto area. We were the last people in line. So there was no one behind us in line. She, again, took so much time with my aunt, talked to her, remembered her name, like all the things, to the point that during the parade, she pointed at my aunt and like said her name and was like waving at her because she
That's
remembered her. And then my aunt was just like, oh my gosh, Ariel remembered who I was and everything. And I was like, that's like, they just took so much time. And she remembered that she goes by Sis and she waved at her and like blew her a kiss and said her name. Like it was really special, like to be able to do that.
I think no matter what, we always talk about how awesome Disney is and amazing it is year round for families to go to. Seeing at Christmas, the very first time, I've said it multiple times, that I took my wife to Disney World was over Christmas. So she saw it at its best and she got to experience everything with that much more magic. I don't think you can get anywhere better as a Universal guy than Disney World.
Right.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
And whether you have to stay at All-Star Sports or the campgrounds and not get the full experience at a resort, you're going to get an amazing experience every time you walk through those gates and see what Disney has done in the parks.
Yeah.
There is stuff that I wish they'd bring back. I keep talking about Osborne, but the dream lights on the castle need to come back. I really don't like the projections. I understand why they're
Yeah.
doing them, but it's just like, even then the projections on the castle, that's bar none to stuff around here. And around your hometown, no one's doing that type of stuff at their house.
No, and I do think
Not
their
to that level.
Christmas fireworks are some of the best fireworks because they're big, like, and they're everywhere. Like, there's not as much of
Yeah.
a story to them, like Happily Ever After. Like, there's a little bit of a story, but they're just really big, impressive fireworks that are like all the way around you. Like, you can't look and not have fireworks like around you.
Well, they're only halfway around you. Like they're
They're not
three-
behind you, right?
or
But
three in
you
my-
have like pretty much like your entire like view that you have is just full of these big fireworks. And if you love Christmas like I do, and it's just to all these Christmas songs, it's really great.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they, I mean, they do start it so early, which some people, don't like Christmas early. But everyone's Christmas, if it's like mine, you're so booked that if they only did it in December, you would never have time
But
to
see,
go see it.
I like their Christmas because it is November, December. They can't extend it out any further than what it already is.
Yes.
You have to have time to do the flip from Halloween to Christmas. So you have to have that week built in. But what they've overdone is really oversold Halloween. And I'll say, even with HHN, like, you're getting so much Halloween from August all the way until
this year
into
was
November.
November 2nd, right? When the last day was.
Yeah, HHN was. I think the Halloween party was the last Halloween
on Friday.
So but they didn't get Christmas up until November 2nd. So they can sell the crap out of Halloween. They can say, okay, we're going to start Halloween in July, and wouldn't bat an eye because they'd make more money.
Yeah.
But you cannot start Christmas.
And you can't
until
really
November.
Extend it out any further than, I would say probably the furthest you could extend it is probably January 6th or whatever they say, the Three Kings
They run it
Day.
through Marathon Weekend.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like, because you have like those other like things where people celebrate like Three Kings Day and stuff. So like you could extend it until that point, but that's still only like the first week in January.
See, they know people aren't going to pay for a Christmas party after Christmas.
No.
Right.
But the moment's gone.
What's the point?
Past.
Santa's already come. Like, he's already visited the house. We're not going to have the party.
Even that, when the Christmas party after the 25th, they don't do the Christmas party. I think it's around the 20th, 19th, 20th is the last party this year. So that whole week leading up to Christmas, you get to see the Christmas parade and the Christmas fireworks for free, quote unquote.
Well, your tickets
But the
jack
week
up
after
about $100, but
yeah, Christmas week after, like, Santa Claus disappears from the parade because he's come. Why does he need to be in the parade anymore?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's kind of
He's back at the North Pole resting for next year.
yeah.
But I mean, Universal does their own little thing. I really don't see planning a vacation around what Universal has to offer.
They do Grinchmas, right?
Yeah, they do Grinchmas, and it's fun. It's great. The Grinch always goes viral at Christmas for how he acts.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
I would bring in a day to go to Universal
Yeah.
right now until they start actually full on doing a Christmas.
Oh, wouldn't it be
event.
so cool if Epic did a Christmas party, like some sort of?
I was going to say, I feel like if that started anywhere, it would be an Epic. They would.
They have their own
yeah.
Christmas
start that tradition
party.
there.
I think you see after Epic becomes more of a solid park that they do a family Halloween party that competes with Not So Scary.
Right, because you
And then
could
they do a
really do
Christmas
something
party.
with like How to Train Your Dragon and stuff too, if you really wanted
Yeah.
to. Yeah, Mario.
And, we've talked about it last episode that Ministry Magic and Celestial Park are the only two that are going to be decorated for Epic this year. Nintendo should get something in the next year. I think How to Train Your Dragon more is about lore and how they're going to portray Christmas with those characters.
Trying to be authentic to like how Vikings, like Norse people
I was going to say,
would.
that should be easy-ish. It wouldn't be commercial Christmas. It would be.
What their
But at that point, you have to train.
Yeah.
You have to train the team members on how they have to act for their Christmas.
How they say
Versus-
how they say Merry Christmas, and what are those things?
It's like Star Wars is doing Life Day. They started doing Life Day every year. So I don't know what the saying is, but when you walk into Batu, there's bright suns and all that jazz. So they had to be trained to do that. They'd have to do the same thing for Burke.
It's like when I worked at Chick-fil-A. My pleasure.
Pleasure.
May I refresh your beverage, not refill your drink?
But we're done talking about Christmas. That's going to be all for this episode.
Hold on, you forgot the most important part. She mentioned the Snope.
Okay. So
If you've never experienced the Snope, you have to
I know,
experience
it's
the
so
Snope.
magical, especially on Main Street, and you're looking at the
Yes.
looking at the castle all lit up, and
That-
it's snoping on you.
yeah, so it only Snopes in Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Maybe it used to Snope in Springs. I don't know if it still Snopes in Springs.
I don't
I
think,
don't think it does.
so.
But there is nothing better than standing on Main Street while the parade's going
Yes.
and it's snoping. So
And you've got like tank top and shorts because, like you said, it's like 88 degrees. Like it's not cool. It's not like Christmassy outside.
but it instantly gets you in
But
the Christmas mood.
It does.
It is the best. It is the absolute because it's like backlit by the lights, like you see in the movies, and it's like just floating down. And it's you have to experience
It's
it.
great. Don't look
At
up
least
though,
once.
because it does burn if it
Yeah.
gets in your eyes.
And if you get enough in your hair, you can wash your hair in the middle of Main Street. But yeah, the parade, the Snope. Right now there is nothing in Orlando that can beat being
Yeah.
in the Magic Kingdom for Christmas.
And you just don't get that anywhere else. Like
No.
you just don't get, and you'll never get that in Disney World any other time.
Right.
there's nothing ever that falls. There's never confetti. There's never glitter. There's never pixie dust or anything like that.
Even for, like Christmas, like not Christmas, New Year's Eve, they do the huge perimeter fireworks, which are actually, 100% around you. And that's great, but there's nothing like a ball drop or anything like that, or confetti's falling.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
I get for cleanup. I get it.
Right. But it's great being at Christmas, just because the most magical place on earth, and it is so magical for that holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to take a picture on Main Street, if you ignore what people are wearing, by the way Main Street is decorated, and you get the Snoke in the picture with the backlight, it does look like a Hallmark movie of a small town, this traditional Christmas, and it's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a little thing, if you want to get Christmas pictures, in November at Disney, take your matching pajamas with you to the Christmas party.
The amount of people you see in matching Christmas pajamas.
And then hold back as long as you can to take a picture in front of the castle. And there you go. One of my favorite pictures of me and Beth is in front of the castle the last year of Dreamlights. And it was at the daybreak as the lights were still on the castle. And it's just a beautiful picture. That's why I wish they'd bring it back.
What was your fun fact, Terry?
Yeah.
My fun fact, Audi and their random Disney drops, like the grocery store.
Aldi. Audi is the car.
No, that's Audi. I'm saying Audi. There's an L.
It's hard to hear your L.
Yeah.
Aldi.
Aldi. Actually, my wallet is from Aldi when they do their Christmas drops.
Pair of sneakers from the Disney drops. I mean, and they just apparently had a reason. I don't have an Aldi near me, so I have to buy mine off like Poshmark or places like that.
Let us know.
The sneakers are $15 and actually pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I have a pair. Like I said, they don't even mark them up that much. I think I got mine for like 20, 25 off Poshmark. Yeah. Like, I was expecting someone to like jack up the prices, and I was like, there's no way grocery store shoes are, I'm going to get them, but they're probably going to hurt my feet after 15 minutes of wearing them.
Jason, the ones that Jerry wears that have the rose gold on the side?
Yeah. Those are the exact ones I have.
I have ones that are white with a black and white Mickey Mouse on the side. Like the original,
yes.
Like in Kova and I had I lied. They're silver with a black Mickey Mouse silhouette. And Kova and I had matching ones to wear.
Because I told Jerry when we were there for training, I was like, I have those shoes.
Yeah.
And they're from Aldi. I mean, like, it's just.
Kova has a water bottle. Like, they do the Zach water bottles from there.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I think that's what I saw today was a lot of, like, winter coats and, like, boots, things for kids. I haven't gone through the whole thing. But if you have an Aldi near you, just be on the watch.
They drop their new stuff every Wednesday.
And it's not uncomfortable. It's not terrible quality. You might think it is, but
go down the aisle of shame and look for your Disney stuff.
Yeah. I've never been to an Aldi before.
They're amazing.
I have to buy it resell.
We love doing this. We hope y'all enjoy listening to us. Please let us know how we're doing and how we can improve by leaving us a review on any of the sites. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, YouTube. We're on everything now. If you don't know, we do have video now on YouTube, so you can see the faces with us. I have a very good face for radio, so you can just block me out. But the ladies, they're all beautiful. They always look a lot better than I do. So there you go. There's some compensation for this ugly face.
Well, a fun thing would be, too, if people commented, like, what they thought, not in a mean way, but, like, did they think Myka would be, like, a little blonde girl? Because she's kind of got a peppy little voice. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you think you would look like? And then, like, you see people
can
and
say
you're
whatever they want. My feelings don't get hurt too bad, so.
Yeah.
Mine do, so don't say anything mean. I cry easily.
Give me your best shot, people.
We always enjoy this. Next week, we're going to be joined by Daphne. We have a pretty good episode planned for that.
I'm excited for this because I'm
Me too.
I'm hoping
we won't give it away yet.
We won't, but it's going to be fun.
We're going to try something new. We're trying to make this a little bit more personal, so you're actually getting to know us a little bit more and our personalities. And now, especially now that we got to know each other on training, because we know how to joke with each other a little bit more. We know what we all can take a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. I shared a room with Terri for many nights.
And that thing stank after some pizza. And
again.
We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
I do want to go ahead and throw out a request. We have been talking about in the past, maybe doing a listener question episode. If that's something you want us to do, we need questions. So send us messages on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. I think we have an email address. Isn't it castlesocauldrons@gmail.com?
Yes, I think. If
So-
not, we'll correct it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in the description.
We'll put out a post, but send us your questions. What do you want to know about Disney and Universal or anything else that we talk about on this podcast, whether it's cruise
I was gonna
lines,
say, or a
sandals
topic.
people.
That they want us to cover
Yeah.
and do and talk about.
Yeah. So we'll try to get that lined up once we start getting a lot of questions built in, and we can have a long episode on that. And it keeps us on the edge of our seats because we don't know what you're going to be asking.
Mm-hmm.
And then until the next time, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Are you watching something on Taylor Momsen? Where are you, Christmas?
It's a new song.
Why can't I find you?
You.
Are you Christmas? Why can't I find you?
Why have you gone?
My
Changing.
This is going to be the opening of the podcast.
Rearranging. Change.
Wait, why is she older now? What happened to the kid? I remember seeing that movie in theaters.
I did not see it in theaters, but I saw it right when it came out to
Christmas. Why can't I find
Now it's a
Where
rock
is the
version.
Terralina?
Have you gone?
Where's Terralina?
Oh,